You've probably already noticed how short this video is, and that's because Tama and Friends 3丁目Daibouken doesn't have a whole lot to it. In fact, here's the ending. I never even looked at this game before playing for this video, and I got that half an hour in. There just isn't that much here. Tama and Friends was an attempt to manufacture a Sanrio-style set of characters. Cute kittens who could be put on lunchboxes and notebooks and anything else. They were created by Sony in the early 80s, and they were successful enough that in the late 80s they started getting some animation. That's where Tama and Friends 3丁目Daibouken comes from. It's the title of the first cartoon. The game is a platforming game with almost no platforms. You're controlling Tama as you go left to right through 5 stages. The A button jumps, and you defeat enemies by jumping on top of them. You can press up to climb poles, and that's the only thing you can climb. And you can press down to drop through platforms. Dropping down through platforms is often a very convenient way to attack. The stages are relatively long. They'll take you about 3 to 4 minutes of continuous walking to get to the end, and there are no checkpoints, so if you die, then it's back to the start. At least Tama has a health bar. At the end of every stage, you'll fight a dog who barks and then jumps. And the pattern for this dog is identical at the end of every stage. So once you figure out how to beat it, then it's the same thing every time. There are 5 stages, and once you beat the 5th one, you just get the ending. Sometimes when you defeat an enemy, they will leave behind a fish. And by sometimes I mean perhaps once or twice a stage. If you have a fish, then pressing the B button summons a cat out to attack anything on the screen. There's no reason to summon the cat except at the boss, so save your fish for then. There are a few other collectibles, and all of these are found by going down pipes. Pipes don't appear in the game until the 3rd stage. Jumping on the... I'm not sure what they are. We'll go with cat things. Jumping on the cat things gets you some rice that heals Tama. Tama has a maximum health of 5 hearts, but starts every stage with 3. The rats that are found in the underground areas drop gold coins. Collecting 100 of these gold coins gets you an extra life. There are 44 rats in the game. Not that you really need any extra lives, because there are infinite continues here. Another thing you can find in some pipes is an additional exit that opens up after you defeat all of the enemies in the room, and that will take you to a red area, and getting to the pipe at the end of this will find one of Tama's friends, who will heal him up to the maximum of 5 hearts. And there you go, that is literally the entire game. There isn't even any interesting level design or special techniques to show off. The strangest thing about Tama and Friends is that the difficulty is a little bit inverted. Because there's no healing on the first 2 stages, and they are still very long, then you might actually have a little bit of trouble making your way through those. Things will drop out of the sky on your head without warning, or things just won't quite line up right for you. But once you're past those first 2 stages, then healing is everywhere. Even the enemy patterns are easier. Looking around for modern day fans of Tama and Friends, I didn't really find anybody who liked it now. However, I did find plenty of people who mentioned that they loved it as kids. Which, fair enough. If you're 6 or 7 years old, this is a nice, easy game starring a cute cat. For everyone else, well, you've seen the cute cat now just by watching this video. I mean, unless you're just listening to it. That's allowed, I won't tell anyone. There isn't really anything here to make Tama and Friends worth playing, though. It's not the worst thing Bandai has put out, but the game feels half-complete. It's like it's missing half its stages, and different boss designs, and a better set of things to collect. It feels like the development team at Advanced Communication Company were given 3 weeks to make a Tama and Friends game, and this is what they managed to get out. Not bad if they were working under those circumstances, just not something you'd want to play either.